Good evening and welcome to the official co-stream of the back-to-back NBA 2K League champions, Wizards District Gaming. Tonight, the defending champions, Wizards D.G, take on Grizz Gaming in the 5v5 week 1 of Seed Week. My name is John. I'll be flying solo today as Chris is on a well-deserved vacation. We'll see him back here in the next week or so. Chris, if you are tuning in on your vacation, appreciate you tuning in, buddy, but go enjoy that vacation. Last week, Wizards D.G punched their ticket to Indy in the 3v3 Coinbase Switch Open, made it all the way to the quarterfinals, where they bowed out to Handles 4-1 in that best-of-7 series. Tonight, the defending champions get back to 5v5 play as we'll be taking on Grizz Gaming. Let's go ahead and take a look at our starting lineup for tonight's matchup. On the side of the defending champs, Wizards District Gaming, it's Cap and B-Rich at the guard positions, Nudini and Just Awkward down low playing the forward spots, and the big man, the big dog, Dayfry, keeping control of the boards and the lane down low. For Grizz Gaming, a lot of familiar names here too as well. BP, J Money at the guard spots, J-Rod, an authentic African, down playing the 3 and 4, and going up against Dayfry, who else but Spartan will be taking on Dayfry and Wiz DG in tonight's matchup. Great news is 3v3, there are some funny rules there. Win by 21 by get first to 21, win by 2 points was the rules for 3v3. Tonight we go back to the basics. We go back to old school 2K, 5v5, 4 quarters of great 2K League action between the defending champs and Grizz Gaming. We are just moments away from tip-off here. It's one game here tonight against Grizz Gaming. We'll have another game tomorrow night as well. Make sure if you're here watching the stream, not only are you following, possibly even subbing along to WizDG here on Twitch as well, but make sure you're following on social media as well at Wizards DG. And also make sure you stay for the end of the show for our post-game wrap-up. We'll be interviewing a player and coach pending a WizDG dub at the end of tonight. So with that, we're going to throw it to a very quick break. On the other side is tip-off. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the co-stream, the official co-stream of the NBA 2K League champions, Wizards District Gaming. Welcome back. We are, again, just a few moments away here from opening tip as we are waiting for that feed to come in from the NBA 2K League. Just a quick preview of tonight's matchup. Wizards District Gaming currently sitting in second place in the Eastern Conference with 12 points. Yes, 12 points. They don't really go by records this year. They did switch it up a little bit with the introduction of 3v3 play, as it looks like we are starting to load up in here. And so with 12 points, currently sitting second best in the Eastern Conference, going up against Grizz Gaming, currently in 8th with a lonely 5 points. So you take a look at just the point total in itself, it obviously favors the defending champs. We'll go ahead and throw it over. It is time for the game. Wizards D.G, defending champs, going up against Grizz Gaming as the player introductions continue. Wizards D.G, the home team for tonight. Again, starting lineup for the defending champs. It's Cap, B-Rich, Just Awkward, Nudini, and Dayfry for Grizz Gaming. BP, J-Money, J-Rod, Authentic African, and Spartan as Cap will start it out for Wizards D.G. The newest member of the defending champs coming over in that 4-team trade from Magic Gaming. B-Rich moving the ball around, picks dribble up, finds Dayfry playing that high post. Down low, Nudini for 3. Buckets for Dini. First points on the board goes to Nudini, and Wizards D.G have the early lead. 6-minute quarters playing all 4 again here tonight is Spartan. Down low, kicks the ball back out to J-Rod, guarded closely by B-Rich, back over to BP. BP looking for space, Just Awkward. Last year's defensive player of the year, applying that pressure, shot clock ticking down, 1 on the clock, the shot off. And that is good to go. J-Rod with the bucket. Cap passes over to Dayfry. Foul called on J-Money. That's his first personal. Wizards D.G coming off of a disappointing performance in last week's 3v3 tournament in Indy, dropping 4 games to 1 against the semi-pro team Handles. Looking for a bounce back here. Dayfry down low, the shot clock against him. Up, can't get it to go. Collects his own board. Dayfry, the reversal. It's good to go. Dayfry with his first points of the game, and B-Rich called for his first foul with that reach. Now BP charging the lane all alone, being patient. Waits for Dayfry to go by, and BP on the board. B-Rich looking to respond. Just Awkward down low from Dayfry. Awkward being patient. Back to Cap. Has space. Thought about it. Brings it back out. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Cap picks up his dribble. Passes over Nudini. Wide open in the corner. Rattles the 3. Good for 2 3-point shots there for Nudini. Off to a hot start. 8-4. Wizards D.G here. Still about halfway through the first quarter. BP getting pressure. Dayfry switching over. Great steal there from Just Awkward, as BP called for his first. Great heads-up play there from Just Awkward, proving why he's still one of the best defensive players in the league, if not the best. Dayfry back to Cap. Finds space. The long 2 gets it to go. Cap on the board. Makes it 10-4 for the defending champs. BP guarded by Just Awkward, applying that pressure. Once again, Wizards D.G, one of the best defensive teams in the league. Under 10 seconds already. B-Rich with the tip, collects the ball, being patient, calls the timeout. Big heads-up play for B-Rich, forcing the turnover, getting the ball and calling timeout on the floor to hold on to possession. Wizards D.G all over Grizz Gaming early on. Again, approaching that halfway mark here of the first quarter. Wizards D.G looking very, very good here. Looking like there's no hangover from that 3v3 disappointment last week. As head coach Pat Crossan said in the offseason, this team is built for 5v5 play. Yes, they won the first 3v3 tournament. Yes, they're the first ever 3v3 champions of the NBA 2K League as well, as Awkward puts it off the glass and in to extend the lead. But this team was put together primarily for 5v5. One of the big reasons they went out and got Cap in that 4-team trade was Cap was playing incredibly well, as the three-point shot is good for Grizz Gaming. Wizards D.G holding on to the lead. Cap being patient. Turns the ball over, though. Stolen going up court. Authentic finds J-Rod in the corner. Now BP. Guarded by Nudini. Definitely a size mismatch here. BP looking to go around under 10. Pulls up at 7 at the charity stripe. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Spartan as the foul is called on Nudini. It's his first personal. BP under 3 seconds. Has to force a shot. Mid-range 2, it's blocked. That's a shot clock violation. Strong defense again from Wizards D.G. Forces the third turnover for Grizz Gaming here in the first quarter alone. B-Rich looking to make something happen. Shot foul is called on J Money. His second. Awkward inbounding the ball. Gives it to Cap. Pulls up just outside the elbows. Good for Cap. 4 points for Cap here in the first quarter. $1:30 to go. It's a 7-point lead for the defending champs. Just the start you're looking for. BP now guarded closely by Awkward. Gets around and BP puts up the three. It's no good. Nudini with the board. Long pass finds just Awkward. And that is another foul, this time called on J-Rod, picking up his first. And just Awkward goes to the line as Wizards D.G are already in the bonus. Both shots are good for just Awkward. BP now. Guarded by Awkward. Applying that pressure. Shot clock getting low. J-Rod forcing the ball over. BP down low in the corner. Finds J Money for the threes. No good. Spartan with the offensive board. Guarded closely by Dayfry. Forces Grizz to call a timeout. The pressure too much for Grizz Gaming here in the first quarter. It's a 9-point lead right now as we get a quick glimpse of those stats as they flash up on your screen in front of you. Cap with 4 points. Awkward with 4 as well. Nudini with 6. Dayfry with 2. The side of Grizz Gaming. Just a low 7 points. Leading scorer for them is J-Rod. 1 from the field and 1 from behind the arc makes up his scoreline. Under a minute to go here in the first quarter. BP download finds Authentic. Can't get it to go. Dayfry with the board. Hands it off to Cap. The pressure coming over. Finds B-Rich. Wizards D.G in no rush here. Trying to bleed out this clock here in the first quarter. Down low. Awkward off the glass. No good. The quick pass up. It's J-Rod. Down low. Spartan with the reverse dunk. First points of the game for Spartan. Now B-Rich finding Dayfry playing high. Hands it off to Cap. With 10, pulls up for 3. Cap taking the shot and drills it. Up to 7 points. Now 10 seconds to go in the first quarter. BP looking for space. Gets around Dayfry. With 5 seconds, last possession here, the long pass. Back out to Nudini, 2 seconds. Awkward for 3 at the buzzer. Can't get it to go. Wizards D.G have the slight lead, 19-11 here against Grizz Gaming. Solid performance so far. Cap leading the way with 7 points for Wizards D.G. Perfect from the floor. 3 for 3 from the floor, 1 for 1 from behind the arc as well. Just Awkward with 4 points, 1 for 3. Also has 2 points from the charity stripe. Nudini hitting those 3-point shots, 2 for 2. And Dayfry with 2 boards already and a block to go along with his 2 points there in the first quarter. On the side of Grizz Gaming, BP with 4, J-Rod has 5, Spartan with 2, Authentic African and J Money still looking for their first points. Here in the opening quarter. So far, so good for the defending champs. So we're heading into the second quarter of action. Again, turnover is something to take a look at here in this game as well. Wizards D.G have that reputation as a strong defensive team, already forcing Grizz Gaming into 3 turnovers, 2 of which coming via BP and 1 coming by forcing the shot clock violation. So a very strong start here for Wizards D.G. Start of the second quarter between Wizards D.G and Grizz Gaming. It's an 8-point lead for the defending champs as Grizz will start off with the ball to open up second quarter action. Awkward is going to be called 1 second into the second quarter for the foul. That's going to come with that territory. Awkward trying to force those turnovers. BP guarded closely by Awkward still. Kicks it back out to Spartan. Down low, ball's tipped. Heads up play from Cap, forcing the turnover, going the other way. It's B-Rich on the baseline, lays it up and in. And B-Rich on the board. Here in the second quarter, 10-point lead, double-digit lead for Wizards D.G. BP pulls up for 3, gets it to go. Now Cap. Down low to Nudini. Over to Cap, shots no good. Dayfry being called for the foul, his first. BP handling ball awkward, looking for that steal, looking to poke the ball away. BP moving around. Screen set by Spartan, not enough. J Money kicks it off in the corner. Splashes it home. J Money on the board. Both baskets for Grizz Gaming here in the second quarter. Both 3-point shots. Helps cut into that lead. Now Cap down low, finds Awkward in the corner, rattles it home. 24-17 for the defending champs. BP across the half-court line, guarded closely. Awkward applying that pressure, forcing him down low into the double team. Finds Spartan. Back to BP, under 10 on the shot clock. B-Rich guarding him close. Mid-range 2 off the glass and in. Now down low for B-Rich, gets rejected at the glass. Loose ball goes out of bounds. Wizards D.G will hold on to possession. "13 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Just Awkward in the lane. We'll pick it up. Under 10. Back to Dayfry at 5 seconds. Looking to move the ball around. Cap making space. Thought about it. Down low. Dayfry. Great vision. Can't get the shot to go. Loose ball picked up by Grizz Gaming. Now in the corner by BP. Kicks it all the way over. J-Rod for 3. Can't get it to go. Great board there for Nudini. Now Dayfry going the other way as the foul is called on BP, his second. Cap finds Awkward in the corner. Moving the ball around, under 5, Cap looking for that shot, kicks over B-Rich for 3. Long range shot at the buzzer. B-Rich coming up clutch again. Hitting the 3 as the shot clock expires halfway through the second quarter. It's a 27-19 lead for Wizards D.G. Now BP looking for space, finds it, pulls up the shot, gets it to go. Cuts the lead to 5. B-Rich finding Cap. Strong ball movement for Wizards D.G. Creating a lot of spaces. Cap from deep downtown. It doesn't matter. Cap hitting the 3. 8-point lead for Wizards D.G. It's Awkward called for his second for the reach. BP from the inbound. Down low, finds Spartan going against Dayfry, trying to be patient. The big dog's down there all over him. The reversal is good. Under 2 minutes, B-Rich finding Dayfry across half court. Loose ball, Dayfry able to hold on to it and picks up the foul from J Money. That's J Money's 3rd foul here in the second quarter. Cap being patient, getting pressure from Authentic African, moving around, finds space, thought about it. We'll pull it back out. 5 seconds on the shot clock, finds B-Rich. 2 seconds. B-Rich, can he do it again? He can't, rims out. That's an offensive board for Spartan as Nudini is called for the foul. Now BP. In the corner. Brings the ball back up top. Kicks back over, finds J Money in the corner. Can't get it to go. A wide open 3, and he bricks it. Going the other way, and it's a big slam for B-Rich. After being held scoreless in the first quarter, B-Rich up to 7 points here in the second quarter. BP turns the ball over. It's no one else but just Awkward. Going the other way, pulls up for 3. Was feeling a little Steph Curry in there, but can't hit the shot. BP in the corner looking to reply. Can't get it to go. Board by Dayfry. Under a minute, 45 seconds now. Here to go in the first half. Cap. Thought about it, kicks it out. B-Rich for 3. Gets it to go. B-Rich heating up here in the second quarter. Pick your poison, Grizz Gaming. Whether it's Cap with his 10 points or B-Rich now with 10 as well. BP. Looking to move the ball around. Pulls up for 3. Wide open. BP gets it to go. Under 20. 35-27. Down low is Dayfry. Pardon me, I should say up high is Dayfry. Holding on to the ball, bleeding the clock out. Awkward for 3, can't get to go. And of course, it's B-Rich to get it to go at the buzzer. It's 38-27, your score. Heading into halftime, Wizards D.G. up by 11. We'll be right back with the halftime breakdown of this matchup. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of Wizards District Gaming.
Shameless, cover up they lameness. Really got no brain and you all to blame. They all the same. But you cannot tame this. I'll be on my reign. I'ma leave my mark. I'ma bleed my heart to and they're gonna be famous.
Halftime here in the game, Wizards D.G against Grizz Gaming. Let's take a look at our leading scorers right now on the side of Wizards D.G. It's B-Rich leading the way with a strong second quarter effort. 13 points in the second quarter alone after being held scoreless in the first quarter. B-Rich starting to heat up, followed by Cap with 10 points, has 4 assists to his name as well. And Just Awkward with 7, rounding up your top 3 for Wizards D.G. On the side of Grizz Gaming, it's BP leading the way with 15 points, followed by J-Rod with 5 and Spartan with 4. The story of the game so far, turnovers. It's 5 turnovers to 1 in favor of Wizards D.G, forcing 5 turnovers for Grizz Gaming. Again, Wizards D.G making a name for themselves over the past 2 years as a strong defensive team, very efficient on offense as well with all of their possessions, limiting the missed opportunities and turnovers for Wizards D.G and locking it down on defense. That is Wizards D.G's MO, and Grizz Gaming are feeling the brunt of it. They're really struggling from the field overall. They're 11 for 19 overall from the field, and 50% from behind the arc. That's not bad, 5 out of 10. So not too shabby there. Wizards D.G 14 for 23 from the field, 8 for 12 from behind the arc as well. Perfect from the free throw line, as the only free throws so far came in the first quarter for Just Awkward, nailing both of those as well. Fouls in the first quarter were quite a bit for both sides, but they settled down a little bit in the second quarter as well, resulting in a 38-27 lead for the defending champs. We're going to throw it to a quick break. On the other side, the start of the second half action here between Wizards D.G and Grizz Gaming. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of the back-to-back NBA 2K League champions, Wizards District Gaming. And welcome back again, just moments away from the start of the second half here between Wizards D.G and Grizz Gaming. Make sure you stay tuned for after the game for the post-game show. We'll be joined by one of the players as well as head coach Pat Crossan at the end. Again, of course, pending a win which you have to feel good about it so far as we head back in here for the start of the third quarter, as it is 38-27 in favor of the defending champs. Grizz Gaming starting the ball first as Awkward called for his third personal foul. BP leading the game with 15 points. Pulls up for the three, can't get it to go, and it's Dayfry again with the board. The long pass for Bierich is good for three. He's staying hot just like he finished in the first half. Bierich opening it up for the defending champs. BP, wide open three, tries again, will get it to go. Now Dayfry. Pass down low is turned over. Grizz now going the other direction. A big heads up foul there for Cap, stopping the fast break. Picks up his first foul. Now BP looking for space, gets Nudini to jump, drives into the lane, will pull it back. Pulls up for three. BP gets it to go. BP continuing to be hot in this game. Now over 20 points. In the game against the defending champs, ball down low, turned over, loose ball. Grizz Gaming have control. Bierich called for his second personal. Now BP, right off the inbound, gets it to go. BP continuing to be a thorn in the side of Wizards D.G. Bierich bringing the ball up, passes it over, finds Cap. A little bit of a sloppy first, or I should say start here to the second half as Dayfry on the board here in quarter three. A couple bad turnovers to start the game, or the second half. BP handling the ball, looking for space, takes the baseline, calls his own number. BP takes it to the hoop. Foul called on Authentic African. That's his first. Six-point lead for Wizards D.G. as J Money is called on the foul. He's up to 4 fouls for J Money. Now Cap in the corner gets it to go. No hesitation there. Cap makes it a 9-point lead for Wizards D.G. Now BP with over 20 points in the game so far. Down low, finding Spartan, being patient, off the glass and good. Spartan up to 6 points here in the game. Getting a basket each quarter. Now Cap. Being patient, under 10 on the shot clock. Looking to move the ball around. J Money guarding close, finds Dayfry, back to Cap. Cap for three, gets the foul. He'll go to the line to shoot three, and J Money is up to 5 fouls. Cap gets the first. Hits the second. The 3-point play for Cap at the charity stripe. Hits all 3. 10-point lead for the defending champs, BP. Passes it over, finds J-Rod under 10. The pressure from Wizards D.G. causing Grizz to panic a little bit in the corner. Authentic. Ball back over. BP, quick passing. J-Rod forces a 3. No good. Loose ball. Spartan looks like no. J Money is the one that to collect it and calls the timeout to hold on to possession. From the inbound, they'll have 12 seconds on the shot clock to make the most of this possession. But so far here in the third quarter, the story remains the same. It is all Wizards D.G. this game. Aside from BP, we'll give him credit where credit's due. BP continuing to be hot after 4 points in the first quarter, had 11 in the second, has 10 here in the third quarter. BP down low, finds J Money. Baseline back out to J-Rod. Looking for space. J-Rod hits the 3. 7-point game. 2 and change to go here in the third quarter as the foul is called on Authentic African, his second. Dayfry into Cap. Being patient. Dayfry looking to set the screen and will now move. Create space for Cap. The long 2 gets it to go. Cap with 8 points here in the third quarter. BP thought about it. Hands off to Spartan. Back to BP. 10 on the shot clock. Guarded closely. Awkward. Holding him close. Drives down to the baseline. Will kick it back out. J-Rod with 3 at the elbow. Down low to Spartan. Kicks it back out. J Money in the corner. Gets it to go. Solid ball movement from Grizz Gaming. But down to the wire as Wizards D.G's defense caused them to have to move the ball around, look for the open shot. Ball finds Dayfry, good to go. 53-45 for the defending champs. Now BP. Thought about it, B-Rich. Almost got a hand on the ball. Under 10 on the shot clock again. BP calls his own number. Now Awkward. With 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Now Cap. Thought about down low, finds Dayfry, threads the needle. Now B-Rich gets it to go. It's a 2-point shot, foot on the line. Now BP, the leading scorer in the game so far, looking for space. Down low to Spartan. Just over 30 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. 6-point lead for Wizards D.G. Now Dayfry down low for the jam. Dayfry starting to pick up the points as well. Now BP. Being patient with the ball. About a 2-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Down low, Dayfry is there. Nudini comes to help. Can't help there as BP converts the shot. Last possession here for Wizards D.G. Awkward. 3 seconds. Puts the 3 up. Can't get it to go. Dayfry with the board. Can't get it to go. It's 57-51 at the end of quarter number 3. Cap and B-Rich both with 18 points apiece. But the leading scorer, unfortunately, on the side of Grizz Gaming with 29. That's BP. 12 for 17 from the field, including 5 for 8 behind the 3-point line. BP is literally carrying Grizz Gaming and keeping them close. Authentic African coming up with the big goose egg here in the game after 3 quarters. 0 points apiece. It's a tough go for Authentic African. J Money with 6 points and 3 boards. Spartan 8 points and 4 boards with 3 assists as well. But on the side of Wizards D.G. with that 6-point lead. Cap with 18 points, 7 assists and a steal. B-Rich 18 points with 2 assists. Just Awkward 7 points and 2 steals. Nudini 6 points, 3 rebounds and an assist. And Dayfry getting a little bit closer to his league average of a double-double, 8 points and 6 boards. We'll see if he'll be able to complete that task here in the fourth quarter. Obviously, Dayfry being the competitor, personal stats are not his priority. He wants to make sure his team is winning. That's exactly what we're seeing here for Wizards D.G. holding on to that 6-point lead heading into the final quarter of today's game. We are just moments away from that final quarter. Wizards D.G will start with the ball here in the fourth and final quarter of today's matchup. B-Rich across the line, finding Dayfry with his badge activated. Cap being patient, under 10 on the shot clock. Finds Nudini for three can't get it to go. It rims out, but Dayfry is there, and one for Dayfry. No, pardon me, that's going to be goaltending for Dayfry. It went anyway, but Dayfry on the board first for Wizards D.G. BP cross half court. With 29 points in the game, more than half of his team's total points. BP looking for more. Down low, finds Spartan. Guarded by Dayfry. Gets it to go. Now Cap. Pressure from Authentic. Finds B-Rich. Now Cap for the deep three, gets it to go. Left him wide open. Cap will make you pay. 62-53. Now BP. Out to Spartan, playing high. BP again. 7 on the shot clock. Starting to scramble, pulls up for the off-balance three, can't get it to go. Long rebound collected by Dayfry, finding B-Rich for three, gets it to go. B-Rich will never miss those shots. B-Rich on the board at 65-53. It's a 12-point lead for the defending champions, Wizards District Gaming. Now BP looking to add on to his impressive point total. From the charity stripe, can't get it to go, and it's a board by Nudini. Up to awkward as J-Rod is called for the foul. That's his second. And awkward slams it home. Extending the lead for Wizards D.G. BP to the hoop, calls his own number. First points of the fourth quarter for BP. Cap over 20 points as well. In fact, he's at 21 on the game. Perfect from behind the arc. Now Dayfry back to Cap, under 10 on the shot clock. Cap looking for space, driving the lane. Finds Dayfry down low, being patient, off the glass, and good. Dayfry just doing Dayfry things, makes it 69-55. Now BP. Gets Nudini to reach, that's his third. The ball is turned over. No one else but just awkward. Finding B-Rich for the shot. Now Spartan. Back over to J-Rod. Kicks it back over. BP from the hash. Can't get it to go. Big rebound by Spartan. The foul's called on Dayfry, his second. Down low is J Money. BP over to J-Rod, 2 seconds. J-Rod has to force a shot. The off-balance three, can't get it to go, and it's Dayfry with the board. The long pass out to awkward, finding Nudini in the lane, gets it to go. Nudini on the board here in the fourth quarter, and it's 73-55. The cylinders are clicking for Wizards D.G. here late. BP's pass down low. Spartan's pass over to the corners, tipped. Grizz Gaming will hold on to possession with 12 on the shot clock. BP kicks it back over, finds J-Rod cutting back door. Grizz Gaming held to 4 points so far here in the fourth quarter. Pardon me, 6 points here in the fourth quarter. Cap with his badge and B-Rich with his badge activated as well. The shot does not go. BP on the long pass out. In the corner, down low, finds J Money. Kicks it back out. J-Rod, the deep three, gets it to go. Cap. The $1:30 to go here in the fourth. Down low. Dave for the reversal. Can't get it to go. It's blocked. Picked up by BP. Grizz down by 13 here late in the fourth quarter. Passes it over to J-Rod. Off balance three is good for J-Rod. J-Rod with 8 in the fourth quarter. Cap through half court. Badge activated. Looking to add on to that 21-point performance. Finds Dayfry down low. The pump fake back out to Cap. 5 on the shot clock. Moves the ball around. The deep three from the hash. Can't get it to go, but the offensive board by Nudini. Now back to Dayfry. Bleeding the clock down as we are under 40 seconds left here in this game. And Awkward in the corner for 3. Awkward extends the lead. 76-63. BP. In the corner for Authentic. Kicks it back out. Under 10. 5 seconds. The deep three. BP can't get it to go. Long board by Spartan. 10 seconds left in the game. Shot clock has been turned off. Picked up by Nudini. And Awkward's just going to hold on to it. 76-63, your final score here at the end of the game. Wizards D.G with the big win once again. And B-Rich, your leading scorer with 23 points. What an outstanding performance for Wizards D.G, picking up the win. Again, coming off of a disappointing 3v3 performance last week in Indy. Seals the win here, 76-63. For Wizards D.G. We're going to throw it to a quick break. On the other side of that break, we'll have the post-game interview with a player that we'll find out who it is. Actually, I'm gonna take a peek here. Coming on in, I believe it's B-Rich. Possibly. We'll see here. It's going to be Cap. Cap will be joining us here on the other side of the break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching the official co-stream of Wizards District Gaming. Welcome back to the post-game show live here from the Wizards D.G dub. It's a big win here for Wizards D.G, 76-63. We are now joined by Cap. Cap, first off, congratulations on the win going up against Grizz Gaming. Obviously, last week in the 3v3 tournament, it didn't go exactly the way Wizards D.G wanted it to go. But this was a big bounce back, not letting that 3v3 defeat knock you guys down. What was your guys' mindset going into the game tonight against Grizz Gaming?
Obviously, we enjoy 5v5 more. We're a very tight knit group, so we just we try to take losses and everything as a learning experience, and I think that's exactly what we did. I feel like we came out today a lot more polished. Obviously, there's still a lot more to work on, but we know that now it's go time. So, this final stretch, we want to make a final push and hopefully bring a third ring back to this place.
Yeah, absolutely. And I promise I won't bring it up too much here, but obviously you being the newest member here for Wizards D.G, it's big shoes to fill here, obviously with JBM last year. But I mean, taking a look here at your performance tonight, 21 points, 9 assists plus a steal as well. A very big game here for you as well, along with B-Rich dropping 23 points, really leading the way for Wizards D.G. Something I found very interesting, very consistent, 19 points per quarter. You made it very easy to keep track of the scores here. But what was it that Grizz Gaming was showing you that you guys were able to lock it down on them, forcing them into 6 turnovers, 3 in the first quarter alone, but really locking them down and forcing them into bad possessions?
I'll go back. Justin Just Awkward always says it. It's really just about trust. We have the best defensive. On paper, we're the best defensive team in the world. So, we trust each other. Obviously we game plan. We take our film very seriously, and I felt like today it translated. So good defense is everything to us. That's what we emphasize. Like the offense, we always say will come, but we emphasize playing good defense always.
Absolutely. So let's take a look at our next game coming up here. I believe it is tomorrow night. With the awkward time of an 8:15 tip-off here, going up against, guess who? Hornets Venom once again. It feels like we constantly see them like almost on an every other week basis here. Last time we saw them, obviously, it was in 3v3 play, but now we're going to be going up against them back in 5v5 that we all know and love here. Without giving too much away, what's the game plan going into this game against Hornets?
Same thing as we do every night. Play defense, trust each other, and, for our offensive end, control the game, limit turnovers, and, play our pace. So, I actually played the Hornets before when I was in Orlando in 5v5, so I kind of have a feel for, what they're doing. And, obviously they have a new point guard now, but, we're going to just adjust and play the game in front of us.
Absolutely. Cap, thank you so much for joining us here on the post-game show. Congratulations on the win, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
Thanks for having me.
Appreciate it. All right, that was Cap with Wizards D.G. Appreciate him stopping by. As always, we'll have head coach Pat Crossan on here momentarily. But again, a very, very solid win here. Again, coming up tomorrow night, 8:15, will be Hornets Venom GT against Wizards D.G. Hornets currently sitting in 10th in the East. So definitely not a good season for them so far. Here as we are just setting up here for head coach Pat Crossan here in just the next few moments. But overall, a very solid performance again. Cap, 21 points, fitting in just nicely. Again, very tough for anybody coming into this Wizards D.G. team, coming off a back-to-back championship, and definitely playing a position that was filled in by JBM. Statistically, one of the best and most efficient players in NBA 2K League history. Let's see here. Okay, so Pat will be joining us here in just a few moments. They're having a quick team meeting after the game, but he should be with us here in just a few moments. Dave Fry, again, the double-double machine coming through in the end. 12 points, 10 rebounds, and 5 assists for the big dog, Dave Fry, coming up big as well. Again, it was a massive team performance all across the board. Nudini, 8 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist to his name. Awkward, 12 points and 3 assists and 3 steals. Just Awkward, just doing the same thing we saw him do the last several years, and that is play outstanding defense and forcing turnovers on the side of the opponent. We'll take a look at our leading scorers here as we are waiting for head coach Pat Crossan to hop on camera here with us in the post-game show. BP led the game and pretty much the entire team, it really feels like. Only 63 points on the side of Grizz Gaming, 31, almost half, belonged to BP, 31 points and 7 assists. J-Rod with 16 points. Authentic African didn't really do too much other than be a body on the floor here tonight. 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists. J-Money, 6 points and 4 rebounds. And Spartan coming alive here towards the end of the game, especially in the second half, with 10 points and 7 rebounds. As I take a quick peek here over off to the side as head coach Pat Crossan has joined us here. So we'll go ahead and get him on as soon as he's ready to go. All right. Pat, if you can hear me, make sure you take your microphone off mute first, and then I'll bring you on. It looks like it's muted on Discord. There we go. Perfect. All right. Joining us now, head coach Pat Crossan of Wizards District Gaming. Pat, thank you so much for joining us here on the post-game show. I apologize. Chris decided to go on vacation today, so you're stuck with just me. But you're used to that by now, right?
Yeah, no, we have a good rapport. I mean, I've seen you the past couple of days, so what's one more day that we're going to talk, right?
How do I have a feeling you're going to bring that up? But nonetheless, Coach, I mean, what an outstanding game here. Obviously, bouncing back from that disappointing loss in Indy in the 3v3 tournament. What was your message to the guys going back into 5v5 play, especially going up against a Grizzly team that's really struggling in just all-around play?
Yeah, I think this is our last chance to really get ready for playoffs. I know we've clinched, but we can still work on our seeding. I know the Sixers lost tonight, so we're getting a little closer to them. They have the #1 seed. We're #2 right now, so we're trying to work on that, trying to get a bye clinch for playoffs, and then just trying to get everyone feeling and playing their best game. So that's really what these seed weeks are for. And we've got some good teams that we're playing, next 4 games. So it's a good test for us.
Yeah, absolutely. And then let's talk about some of these individual performances here we saw from the guys here tonight. Cap with 21 points. B-Rich coming alive there, especially in the second half with 23. Awkward with 12. And Dayfry with a double-double once again. Poor Nudini, only 8 points, but it's okay. 8 points, 5 boards. But again, it feels like this is something that we see time in and time out with this Wizards D.G team. No matter who is on the floor, they all work together. There's not just one player that is the problem. It's all 5 players that are the problem. How big is that in a very diverse league like NBA 2K League?
I think it makes us very unique is that all 5 guys can score double digits. Some teams just have one player and they go off for 30, 40 a game. And, that wins games, but we've seen it, wins championships is when everyone's involved and everyone feels like they're touching the ball and they're getting their shots and they're feeling good in the offense. So, I think it just speaks to our guys that they are locked in and they, can score at any position that they play. And even for Justin to score 12 points as a lockdown, that's pretty impressive. He's running the break, he's shooting in the corner, we're calling cuts, we're calling wrap-ups. So we're calling plays for him too to get him involved. And that's kind of how our offense has worked the past couple of years. And, we're just going to keep it moving at this point since it's worked so well.
Yeah, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? And let's talk about Justin. Just awkward here. He also had 3 steals. Again, the defensive player of the year last year. The guy is an absolute beast on defense. I mean, just as a team stat-wise, Wizards D.G is the best defensive team in this entire league year in and year out, being able to hold high-scoring teams to incredibly low point totals. I mean, we're taking a look here at the quarter breakdown. I mean, first quarter, 11 points for Grizz Gaming. Fourth quarter, 12 points. We'll even throw the second quarter in there for 16. The third quarter was an anomaly. We're not even going to talk about that. But being able to hold the other team to low points and forcing high turnovers, I mean, you have to feel good that game plan really is kicking in for these guys.
Yeah, I mean, it starts with Justin. Obviously, he's the lockdown. He guards the best player on the other team. In the pick and roll, we have Ryan and Dini who can come in and out depending on, how they're playing and how the point guard plays. And then even Brandon had a couple steals, big moments, tip passes in this game, and then Cap, of course, in the corner. So we run some rotations, and we just really, even if Justin isn't on ball, we trust Brandon to get a stop if he's having to guard the point guard, or if it's Dini, or even if it's Ryan, because you'll see Ryan sometimes guard the point guard if we have to switch and whatnot. And really, all those guys have locked in. We watch film, study their tendencies, and it's worked out well for us. Past couple of years, like you said. I think we were #1 season 3, #2 last year, and then hopefully this year we'll be #1 again in defense.
Absolutely. So, just a couple more questions here. When you have a player on the other team that pops off like BP when he drops 31 points, but the rest of the team kind of is pretty ice cold. J-Rod obviously coming alive a little bit there in the second half, but pretty much everyone else in that game, I'm not going to say was a non-factor, but they obviously was going through BP. As a coach, when you kind of plan for a Grizz Gaming where their offense runs through one player, are you okay with one player popping off as long as the other 4 are kind of cold, or how do you attack that from a coaching strategy?
Yeah, we're definitely, it's kind of a give and take there. Some people will drop 30, 40, 50, and BP is one of those guys. He is a high usage point guard. He's really good at it. Obviously, you've seen that game. He was playing really well in the game before we watched last night against the Hawks. He did the same thing, had about 25, maybe 30 points. So for us, not letting the other guys get involved is unique, and that's kind of what we look for, because J-Rod actually just moved the shooting guard. So we were kind of like, maybe he's, not in a good rhythm. Maybe he hasn't played in a long time. So, get him some shots, get him the ball, make him make a play. And, there was a time, I think third quarter, we were giving up too many threes and letting them come back into the game, which I didn't like, but we'll have to fix that on practice tomorrow. And obviously with the Hornets we play, so we got to get that right.
You just have them run virtual sprints. It's as simple as that. So last question here. Obviously, you mentioned it a little bit. Tomorrow night's game, 8:15 tip off against Hornets Venom. Yes, it's Hornets again. It feels like it's either the Hornets or the Knicks that we play on an every other week basis. We're tired of seeing them, but once again, the Hornets are rearing their head. What is the game plan, or what's the main focus here going into this game against the Hornets, which are again another team that's kind of struggling here. They're currently 10th in the East. With only 3 points on the season in the standings.
It's just not take them lightly. They just played tonight, so we weren't able to watch the game. We'll watch that tomorrow and film, and we'll kind of dissect what they did well and what they didn't do well. They also had a trade recently before the 3v3 tournament, so they really haven't had much time to run this 5 lineup. So this is a totally new lineup that we're seeing from them. So that's why we're gonna have to go back to the game plan and look at the film from last night. But we want to get some revenge for that, for them beating us in the 3v3 tournament. It's one of those things that, when they beat you, of course, we want to get them back when we can. So we got a great opportunity tomorrow. I think Cat played extremely well tonight. He had 20 and almost 10 and 2 turnovers. So he hopefully it was a coming out party for him. And, I want to see that success for him tomorrow night versus the Hornets.
Absolutely. Head coach Pat Crossan of the back-to-back NBA 2K League champs, Wizards D.G. Pat, thanks so much for joining us here on the postgame show, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, John. See you tomorrow.
Have a good one. There you have it. You've heard from Cap, and you've heard from head coach Pat Crossan here on the post-game show. It's a big win for Wizards D.G 76-63 against Grizz Gaming. You heard head coach Pat Crossan say it. It was a big coming out for Cap. Again, 21 points, 9 assists, a steal as well. That's what you want to see. You want to see your point guard pop off like that as well. Be Rich alongside him with 23 points, the leading scorer for Wizards D.G. Just Awkward with 12, Nudini with 8, and Dayfry with the double-double, 12 points and 10 rebounds as well. So that's another win in the books, as you heard Pat Crossan say, again, the head coach, that we are slowly creeping up there on that first-seeded 76ers GC in the number 1 spot for the East. Another win tomorrow night will definitely help that as well. And speaking of tomorrow night, that's an 8:15 tip-off. You can catch that game right here on twitch.tv/Wizards District Gaming, the official co-stream of the back-to-back NBA 2K League champions, Wizards District Gaming. I'll be here for you tonight. We may have a special guest on as a co-host as well. You'll have to find out tomorrow. Make sure you follow Wizards District Gaming on social media for all roster updates, all team updates, all amazing content. If there's any changes to the schedule, that is the place to be. Check them out on Twitter and Instagram. I believe they're on Facebook as well. They have a YouTube channel too. Definitely check them out and follow them on all social media platforms. And that will unfortunately do it for us here tonight, but have no fear. We'll be back tomorrow night again, 8:15 against Hornets Venom GT. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching along as Wizards D.G kick off seed week with a win, 76-63 against Grizz Gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until tomorrow night, we'll see you then.